Welcome to this edition of Frontiers in Business Training, sponsored by Ramp. I'm your host, Steve Vonderhaar. This time on Frontiers, we tackled the big topic of the impact that online video has on the performance of internal corporate computing networks. And what we can see from our survey of more than 300 IT executives conducted by Wainhouse Research in the fourth quarter 2017 is that IT executives really are concerned about the impact that video has on their corporate computing networks. Matter of fact, 2/3 of those surveyed by Wainhouse Research in the fourth quarter 2017 report that they agree with the statement that, quote, streaming video threatens the reliability of internal computing networks. And what we see in this slide is that that concern actually increases as the volume of streaming activity boosts over time. Among those organizations that use online video on a live basis less than 10 times a year, at the far left of this chart, for instance, we see only minimal concern about networking issues. 18% of respondents saying they strongly agree with the statement regarding the concern over streaming's impact on computing networks. 38% somewhat agree with that total. But when you look at those high frequency users, those who are using live online video, did more than 50 times a year, more than 100 times a year, the concerns about networking issues rise in step with the volume of their webcasting activity. Among those, for instance, at companies that use live online video more than 100 times a year, 40%, 4 out of 10 respondents say they strongly agree with a statement that streaming video threatens the reliability of their internal computing networks. Another 41% somewhat agree. So overall, 8 out of 10 of these high frequency organizations in terms of webcasting usage citing concerns about the impact that streaming video has on the performance of their computing network. Now, what does that translate into? Well, as we look at the results from this slide, we asked about the issues that are relevant in the streaming technology purchase decision. We can see that among the administrative tools or issues that go into the evaluation of streaming platforms, networking issues reign supreme. Look at the top of this chart. Each of the top 4 respondents cited by individuals surveyed by Wainhouse Research relate to different aspects of the networking issue. So the most frequently cited as a very important influence on the streaming technology purchase decision, maintaining network security, cited by 58% of overall respondents. But right behind that, you have distribute video without harming the corporate network. That's an issue of importance for 48% of respondents to the Wainhouse Research survey. Enabling all employees to be able to have access to video, cited by 47%. Even the issue of monitoring the performance of video on the corporate network, cited by 41% of respondents as a very important issue related to the adoption of streaming technology solutions. So organizations and administrators are keenly focused on networking related issues, and there's a lot of things that have to be addressed. And everyday executives may not quite have empathy for individuals' concerns over networking issues. As a matter of fact, what we see in this slide, when we start looking at the responses based on an individual's functional discipline, those who are involved in IT, and particularly those who are involved with network administration, are intensely focused on these networking issues, as can be expected. For example, among those who work as network administrators, 68% describe the ability to monitor the performance of video on a corporate network as a very important influence on the streaming technology purchase decision. Likewise, those working in IT overall, 55% of that group saying that monitoring a video is a very important factor for the consideration of a streaming technology purchase investment. So, but as we move down this chart, we see folks from other disciplines, people involved in marketing, engineering, administration, literally in the 30% range in terms of the citation of networking issues as a very important purchase consideration. So recognize that even though networking might not be the top issue on your checklist when you're looking at streaming video solutions, know that the folks in IT, the folks who are particularly involved in network administration, are intensely focused on this issue. And any streaming platform that is deployed with an organization has to make sure it addresses these networking issues in a robust, vibrant style and manner. For Frontiers in Business Streaming, I'm Steve Vonderhaar. Thanks for your time.